Hello everyone, welcome to a video. Now, I originally was planning to stream this today, Tuesday, but there was a lot of technical issues with the stream. There was a lot of dropped frames, all that kind of stuff. So I'm sorry that I could not stream it. It was just not the quality I would have liked to put out. I don't mind if the resolution is like 480p or something, but I just wanted something that wouldn't be like super choppy, and that stream was super choppy. And I don't know why, because for months and months and months, like the Life is Strange marathon I did, um, that was no there were no problems during that stream from what I from as far as I know. Like, YouTube said the stream was good, it was healthy. OBS had a constant green light on in the program, etc. Uh, and then today, well, not even today, just like this week, uh, OBS has been flashing different colors on me lately. Like it was going from like green, red, yellow, orange, red, green, whatever. And YouTube was saying the health is good, the health is bad, all over the place as well. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the bit rate. I don't know if that. I tried raising the bit rate. I tried lowering the bit rate. Still had issues. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's something on my end. Maybe I'm fucking something up in the settings. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what. And I don't know if it's a problem that's on, maybe it's on YouTube's end. Maybe something's going on with YouTube or Comcast that is just kind of slowing speeds down or something. I don't know. Something out of my control. I don't know yet. I'll try to tinker with it over time, see what happens. And if nothing happens, I'm gonna assume it's just the internet company and this will just pass. I don't know. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I could not stream it as much as I would love to stream it. You know, it is what it is. So I'm just gonna do it just as a formal video, what I was gonna do on the stream today, and hope for the best. Right? So let's go here. I'm gonna just make my image bigger. I cleaned up my everything here, which is I feel bad for, because I'm gonna just can I add an image I already added? I should be able to add. What's image 3? Let's add that. Let's see what that is. What is this? I mean, it's something. Oh, I know what this is. It's a kill thing. Yeah. We can have this. We can have this here. It has Mako. It has Mako's mom. It has her brother. We'll have some wholesome content here with the bun. Okay, so let's add this layer I'm on. There. There we go. All right. So let's go to, oh, not DSP, it should be Durgan. This Durgan Killer has the screen caps we need. So there were these leaks coming out. Should I play music? I'm thinking about playing music now, but we had these leaks from a mod chat, from a supposed mod chat. You can believe it if you want. I'm on the fence with it. Ultimately, I think initially some of the screen caps, I guess, are questionable, but I'm on the fence because I could kind of see this being legit and not at the same time. It's weird, but we'll go over all the same, and we'll just proceed with caution. You don't want to end up like the escort stuff. You know what I mean? But we'll just take it as it is. All right. Actually, let's get the full context of this. So, okay, Straight Cash Homie comes in. I believe Lilu is Rumpelstiltskin's, so we need to keep him banned. That's a good idea! List the most common name and any known aliases beneath. Like Rumpel is obviously how we know him, but then add that Lilu is is a known alias. I like how they want to have like a covert op with the fucking chat. Just ban the fucking suck accounts. You don't really have to be this special about it. Like, we need to keep track of all these people. That's really, like, fucking lame. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's do, now DSP comes in. The guy comes in. Gotta do my DSP impression. Okay, gotta get ready. A few FYIs for new mods. Sadella, Akka, Vincent, / Pennywise, etc. is autistic, okay? His parents have been harassed IRL at their jobs as a result of his watching my streams and arguing with trolls. I've tried to tell him tons of times what is / isn't okay, but due to his impairment, he really doesn't get it. Excuse me, okay? Uh, um, uh, which is why we started banning his accounts when he gets out of hand, but he always comes back somehow. Rumlestilskins charge back between $200 and $300 in tips, ranging back to September 2019, when he got permanently banned, and I refuse to lift it. PayPal is being incredibly stupid, found half of the cases in my favor. Excuse me. And his, which of course makes zero sense. He's now a ban on site, and we don't talk about it publicly because we don't want trolls to actually know how broken PayPal is. Now the thing about this is that let's assume that this is legit the real guy. That this is the guy, DSP here. He has told us in the past that trolls have charged back tips before. Now, if we're gonna pretend that okay, he loses the chargebacks. He doesn't want the trolls to know that he loses chargebacks. Then why did he tell us he lost chargebacks before? He told us in the impromptu streams. He told us when he lost to Tut in 2018, when Tut was around. All this stuff, all this shit. And now he's telling us that, well, they could win the chargebacks now. But, like, that's always been the case, I guess. But then, it's like, some days he wins the chargebacks, some days he loses the chargebacks. Now, the thing is that, let's assume that this isn't the guy. This makes no sense, because why would DSP act as if he never told us that he lost chargebacks before? He told us this. So it's another weird thing of his, and it does kind of fit in with his gimmick of not getting the lore, his own lore right. So it adds up in a way. But it's really dumb to do this, honestly. But whatever, it's DSP. You can take it for what you want. That is sad. There are some sick people in our streams, so we are happy to ban them. And their negativity, and their negativity. Rumple is a terrible human being, and I will always take him down on sight. I like how Rumple, just for getting a refund, is such a terrible person. I mean, if we're gonna be petty about it, we could say there's a lot of no. This is just fucking silly. So even if we assume all this is legit, this is all from DSP's community, right? He says that Rumple is a terrible human, but when detractors or anyone say that DSP is a terrible streamer, he's like, they think I'm like fucking Hitler or something. They think I'm like the spawn of Satan. I got the detractor memes. But then what's this? He calls Rumple a fucking terrible human just for getting a refund. But then when people say like, well, DSP is a shitty person, and DSP says that, oh, these people are so fucked up, they say that I'm like Satan or something. Like, they do the same thing to detractors and trolls in his own chat, but we can't, okay, that's very fair. Very fair. Oof. But it gets better. Here we go. Gotta take my Mio sip, dude. Yeah, here's the full story. I'm going to be protected from any negative repercussions from the foreclosure due to my bankruptcy. So, I've given mid-first permission to go ahead with the foreclosure so I can stop paying the insane $400 a month condo fees that I've been paying for 5 years. 5 years? They could only foreclose if I gave them permission because a bankruptcy formally freezes the process. But the trolls are dumb fucks who think I'm getting fucked over by this somehow, when in reality, it's my choice to save big money ASAP. Now, now the thing that's a little lame about this is that I kind of don't feel like trolls have forgotten that part of the lore, because DSP literally told us in his fucking bankruptcy vlog that he was like, this is what I chat on DSP for doing this, because he's filing for bankruptcy only because he's doing it to delay the foreclosure, which is like, you're doing something that is pretty much admitting that your business is failing. You're not making a lot of money out of it to cover any of your expenses, whatever. And you're only doing it as a means to delay something that you're gonna have to face later on. It's whatever. I mean, I guess it's like, greater of the two evils, I guess. Like, it's, either deal with, but it's still kind of dumb because it delays the foreclosure, but do you really think DSP is gonna take the time to prepare for the foreclosure? I guarantee he's, let's say he get that this works the way he wants and it delays the foreclosure for 10 years, let's say, and he does that. You think on the year that the foreclosure gets unfrozen, he's going to be prepared to deal with it? No. And then he's gonna go back to crying, like, "Oh, guys, I'm fucked," this and that. And then Bishop of Mercy is gonna cover it for him. Like, it's really dumb. If you go down his own logic, his own little reasoning here. Secondly, he's banking on getting Chapter 7. Now, from what I understand, is that his bankruptcy file got changed to an asset case. So, I don't know if that's going to affect his Chapter 7 thing, but he's now being investigated for assets. So, it's just like he thinks that he's gonna get no negative repercussions. You could argue to a point that, okay, maybe he's not gonna get like super fucked, but I think he's still gonna get fucked one way or the other. I mean, bankruptcy. He even told us that bankruptcy isn't. Even DSP told us that bankruptcy isn't gonna. He's not gonna leave unscathed with it, but he acts as if it is, as if he is, because of his ego. A lot of the times when he talks, it's because of his ego. He thinks that, like, well, I can't admit that the bankruptcy is failing. It's a means to an end. And I think that's just dumb. Just be honest and say, yeah, my business has been failing and I'm filing for bankruptcy. It's just he's afraid to admit that his bankruptcy has failed. Not his bankruptcy, his business has failed. And it's just dumb because there's nothing wrong with admitting failure, and he doesn't want to admit it because he thinks he's successful, but if he's successful, he wouldn't be filing for bankruptcy. Because if he was successful, he probably would be able to cover the foreclosure stuff, right? Or keep paying the bills, right? But the other thing that, that's just silly about this is that if he knew this was gonna happen, I'm not picking up. If he knew that this was gonna happen, right? Why didn't he do this earlier? Why did he wait till now when he's in a worse situation to do this, you know? I guess it's because like he'd be making too much money and they wouldn't take him seriously, and now I guess he thinks that he's not making enough, so they'll be able to grant him the bankruptcy. But he's getting $100 every day, like 6 times a week. That's like what 100 times 6 is like 600. He's getting $600 a week. And he gets more money off of Twitch, and all that revenue gets it has there's documentation for it. As much as DSP kind of finagled the that call, they could easily just look at the PayPal records and say, well, this is how much he gets from Twitch because Twitch goes to your PayPal. So I don't think he's gonna be able to necessarily say that he's making nothing or whatever. He's still making good money. Is it sure? Excuse me. Sure, he's paying a lot of bills, but everyone pays bills. Everyone's falling behind. Everyone has their own struggles. But I don't know. I mean I'm not gonna be Mr. Lawyer here because I'm not. Yeah, I'm sure I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about with this either. But I just don't think the bankrupt. I heard something else. It's just weird because he told us that he was doing the bankruptcy to delay the foreclosure. He told us that. Like it's not old information or new information. And people are saying that it's fucked because his thing got changed to an asset case. Now I don't know if the asset case necessarily affects the bankruptcy stuff. Like I don't know if he could be in the asset case and then still get his bankruptcy. I don't know. And I guess whatever happens with this asset investigation can turn the tables. Who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? Because the other thing is that there are a lot of presidents that's like, yeah, all this stuff seems to be like going in line with other stuff that's similar that ends up being negatively affected. But I think with any court case or anything dealing with the law, anything could change. I mean, anything could be uh different or whatever. So I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. We'll have to see with this. Then we have this little thing here. Fuck no! He charged back all his tips, hundreds of dollars worth. Rumple, that is. Oh, okay. I didn't know. The reason he was banned, understandable. Leave his ass banned. I say we give Baby in the Chat another chance. Now, Baby in the Chat should have had another chance last year because his ban was fucking stupid to begin with. He got banned for pretty much saying, "Hey Phil, you can ship stuff through UPS or USPS or whatever the fuck." And DSP got mad, and then Baby in the Chat said, "I'm gonna go to detractor channels or whatever the fuck." Or he said, "I can't wait to see the detractor videos." Like that was such a nonsense ban, pretty much. So he technically should have gotten a second chance earlier than now, but whatever. Wah! Oh no, what's the wrong voice? Wow! Rumple did that? What a rude dude! Okay, Anani. Yeah, man. Fuck Rumple. Thought he was cool, lol. Yup! He basically sent me a nasty email and openly admitted he was about to commit a crime. Then he did. The problem with PayPal is that people who review chargeback cases are dumb fucks over in India who only think the site is used for eBay purchases. They're that dumb. You can write them a giant explanation and they'll sometimes ignore it and say there's no proof what you shipped that item, so you lose the dispute. In the case of Rumple, I thought about half of the tips he sent me, and the others they refunded because they're so fucking dumb. They even ignored his email. So I got a question. If he admitted to a crime, if Rumpel admitted to a crime, why didn't he report him to the police? If it's a crime, don't you go to the police? He always says, "Oh, I can't report him, man. It's gonna be my word against us." He has a fucking written confession. Don't go to the police. He goes to the PayPal police. They're just as enforceable as the normal police, dude. I think that's it for the Discord leaks. We got more notifications, dude. I think it's an OBS issue. Dr. Disrespect was having issues all day. Okay. Okay. Okay, good to know, LSB. Yeah, LSB's help. He came in, explained my problems to people. Pretty cool, huh? Again, I'm sorry I couldn't stream this. I really wanted to, and it sucks. It really does suck that I uh I streamed all of this stuff and I have to go over it again. Uh, but I'm doing it because I think it deserves to be a formal thing that people should see. So I'm sorry that the stream this was a bust. It sucks. It sucks. It is what it is. Uh, hopefully it works itself out, man. But we'll see. We'll see. From then on. So as I was saying, this is kind of where I gave up on the stream. Uh, so DSP, the fucking guy who claims he's a positive content creator, he's not negative. He's not Mr. Negativity. He's positive. He's positive, guys. I'm gonna move this closer. You guys deserve to see this lovely canvas. But he claims to be Mr. Positive, right? And you know what? He got a point. So before he would always come to his forums, always talk to his fans and all this stuff. When he was with Leanna, that's that weird lady. But now he's with Kat, and he has spent time with her, dude. He has spent time with her and Jasper and Phil Jr. I mean Jasper, uh, Jasper Kitty. He has spent all his time, so he has no time to talk to you guys, and that's immature to talk to your fans on forums. Forums are for immature babies, okay? So he has no time, but he does make time when he has time to yell at his audience. Because why take the time to be positive and contribute to a conversation and all that kind of stuff when you can come in and yell at your audience? If you guys don't know, I have my own Discord channel as well. You can join it too. I'll try to remember to put the link to my Discord channel in the description of this video. You can come by, hang out. There's all these kind of cool channels. I mean, look at it. It's hustling and bustling. Look at this. Look at this channel. Clio World Order. We got the Clio Zone. We talk about Clio in here. We celebrate the bun and other buns alike. We got announcements. I post announcements here. We got general. We got all kinds of stuff here. We got cool artwork here. We got art safe for work, not safe for work. We got the naughty stuff. We got the vids. You can post your vids. You can share your stuff if you want. It's all cool here. We're not going to deny you. You can plug yourself here. You can talk about video games like with the rest of the gamers. You got Weeb Corner. You got anime you want to talk about? You can go there. TV and movies. You want to talk about TV? You want to talk about movies? There you go, buddy. You got your own little discussion here. We got the Darks Fidel area. We got the Hoot meme here. We got the Big Bun channel. This is for the big buns. Probably should have showed that. It's for people who are big buns. Then you got share your work, share your artwork here. Look how cool a lot of his artwork is. I mean, I'm telling you, every time I go to this channel, I'm like pleasantly surprised with the art I see here. It's so cool. I love all of this work. It's so cool. People share it. We don't care what your art is. If you want to share it, share it. Share it. Ask for help if you want. It's all cool. I love all the work that's posted here. It's so cool to see. So cool to see. We have art challenge stuff here. We got the eye challenge. Um, only kanji monster participate, which is fine too. We're not going. We don't look down on people who are late or don't participate in the art challenge. No, nothing is forced here. Then we got the suggestions. You can suggest what you want me to draw on streams, videos, what have you. You can suggest anything. You know, I will say I might not act on every suggestion, but I'll try. I'll read them. I'll read them. I do read. But you get all the stuff in the Discord channel, guys. It's that positive. You get to be part of the Discord today, and we got some voice channels. I still have not done stream calls yet. Maybe one day I'll do it. I don't know yet. And maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll do it. But that is my Discord channel. You can join it. It's a fun little place. Everyone's positive there if you like positivity. But I'm gonna take a page out of DSP's book. He's the positive guy here. I'm negative. I'm a negative dick. I'm a child. I'm an idiot. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just look at what Phil does and just do that. Okay, so he comes in, argues with his fans. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start arguing with all you people in my chat, in my Discord, because that's what positive people do. I'm gonna go in there, and if you say, "Oh, I like Doom Eternal," I'm gonna come and say, "You're a fucking idiot. Doom Eternal sucks." That's how you interact with your viewers. You don't talk to them like they're people, and don't try to talk to them. Yell at them, obviously. Okay, so Baby Man Gaming wants to talk about DSP's Twitter. This chair fucking sucks, by the way. I hate this chair. So, Final Fantasy VII Remake, to me, is a very good surprise, as I feel so far it's absolutely outstanding, and I actually cannot wait to play it again in the morning. Anyone feel differently? Unless you work for Kotaku, and the first boss melted your brain, you do not count. Now, everyone has kind of dunked on Kotaku. Now I'm gonna give you a hot take on that situation. I understand why people are dunking on Kotaku. I'm not gonna say that people are necessarily wrong for it, because I could see that, like, they've been champion, like, kind of campaigning for easy mode in Dark Souls, FromSoft games, Neo, whatever. They want easy mode. And then they were like saying that easy mode in Final Fantasy VII is too easy. Uh, Whatever. I can get people dunking on them for that. The only thing is that I mean, I've always been in the mindset of, like, I like difficulty settings. I love choosing the difficulty. To me, it allows for more replayability. Oh, I can play on normal. Okay, I want to see what this game is on hard. I want to see this what's on nightmare, whatever. Um, so I always like the option of doing easy or normal, and I never really see that as ruining the experience for people who want a challenge. Uh, so that's why I was like, yeah, I could see why people would want Bloodborne to have easy. I mean, I would like a normal mode in Bloodborne because I like the style of it. I just can't get into the challenge of it all the way. But it is what it is. I wouldn't say it's a big deal, but it's something that I wouldn't mind. But I think that it's fine for people to also complain when a mode isn't exactly what it is. Like it's because, like, I played normal and I played hard, and they don't feel. In some games, they make hard either too hard for that difficulty, or they make it too easy for hard. Like, it's there are games where I play on normal, and it's like, yeah, this feels way too easy for it to be normal. It should be more challenging than this. Whatever. So I think it's whatever, for Kentucky to say that easy was too easy. I could see that kinda, because, you know, sometimes, some games have very easy for that reason, but I think when Final Fantasy VII just has easy, it's a whatever complaint. But whatever. I get it all the same. Now, what's up about DSP complaining about or dunking on Kotaku for this is that he made multiple countdown videos on KO Gaming, the best YouTube channel on the site that doesn't happen anymore. Rest in peace, KO Gaming, gone too soon. And in one of the countdowns, he literally fucking said, "Oh man, I hate elitism in the gaming community. He shat on people for being elitist in Metal Gear Solid communities. He hated people being elitist in Street Fighter or whatever. He hates elitism, right? But then he dunks on Kotaku for having difficulty in a game. But I thought you don't like gatekeeping, DSP. I thought people can experience the game however they want. So this is it's that to me is what gets annoying when I see takes like this coming from Phil. If you're gonna be more accepting of other people's experiences in gaming, then you can't really dunk on them. When you cry when people dunk on you for that same reason, it's really dumb to do that. But it's DSP, you know what I mean. So here we go, guys. I don't want to be toxic, but really? Oh wait, no, hold on. That's not the voice I want to give Big Man Gaming. I don't want to be toxic, but really? I bet Kotaku beat Nemesis without calling every encounter a puzzle boss. Throwing a temper tantrum and expecting the viewers to explain to them how to beat the boss. I bet they didn't run around like a chicken, shooting red lights until a viewer told them they could just shoot the boss. I bet they don't call shooting a giant glowing balls a puzzle boss. And this is just for RE3. And you wonder why people don't like your attitude or don't take you seriously. These are the Kotaku guy's tweets. Wow. Did the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo actually send my interest plummeting? I have basically zero idea how to play that first boss fight. A million interlocking systems, all thrown at you at once. Make sure you attack, but also heal. But also you can heal, but also use magic, but also you can't use magic. But also make sure to stagger the enemy, but also he has a barrier, but also hide behind the debris, but also. Now, I'll be honest, I played Final Fantasy VII Remake, and the one thing I don't like about the combat is I can understand you have to build up a meter to use your abilities and to use your magic, which is fine. That to me is fine. I think it's dumb they also lock your items behind that meter. You should be able to use your items no matter what. I think that's really dumb. They're like, hey, you can't use your items until this meter's built up. Because then it becomes, should I heal and wait to build the meter again? Or should I use the attack item and hope that I can survive long enough after that to use an item? So I don't like that system. I just think that items should be something that you can use regardless than uh having to build a meter to use it. That is my only complaint. I don't mind the stagger system. I don't mind like building up a meter for the abilities and magic, but items you should be able to use no matter what. Uh so whatever. I can kind of see where Chris Kohler is coming from with that complaint. I see where he's coming from with it. Sounds very familiar. It's like he thought it's a puzzle boss. I don't think he thinks it's a puzzle boss. I just think that he doesn't like how the menus work in the game, which I can understand because, again, you have to build a meter to use the abilities, items, and magic, which is silly. I do like that when you go through the menu, it kind of slows down the action, which I like. I like that more than how Kingdom Hearts handles it a little bit. So I'm fine with that. I just don't think the item stuff is I don't think that's necessarily fair in my opinion. But I can see where he's coming from with his complaint. Honestly, so let's see what the guy has to say. The fact that you can't see the difference between a game expecting you to figure stuff out with zero guidance versus a game actually explaining step by step during a tutorial boss fight how to do something is baffling. RE3 Remake plays differently on different difficulties. On easy/standard, you can just shoot them until they die.
On hardcore, the bosses are boss sponges with insane health. Unless you figure out the obscure way to get through weaknesses, the only boss I actually complained about was the clock tower boss because you need the vine rounds, or else you can't even stun the thing, and even then you need to knock it down from the top of the clock tower, which isn't apparent from the in-game tips Jill gives you. I did I didn't complain about either of the final bosses. They were a bit frustrating, but I learned I won. My one major complaint about the entire game was one admittedly cryptic boss. Everything you say above is just fucking stupid because it's not even true. You don't need. Oh, you don't shoot the. You don't. Oh my god. You need to shoot the boss! Because the boss directly before that one wasn't affected by just shooting it! You're a fucking moron for thinking and trying tactics the game taught you in one boss fight wouldn't carry over into the next! And it's so wrong to try to implement that. What? Just fucking shoot it. You're a fucking moron for thinking that trying tactics in the game taught you in one boss fight wouldn't carry over to the next, and that is somehow wrong to try to implement that. What? You didn't just shoot because the boss directly before that one wasn't affected by just shooting it. Okay? You're a fucking moron for thinking that trying tactics to. Okay, I get it. That's fucking dumb. Every boss acts differently. Like, yeah, they're gonna test you on the skills you learned in the game, but the game also gives you hints, like giving you a lot of certain items, dropping items in certain locations, all that kind of stuff. Certain like context clues. This guy, DSP, has poor pickup on context clues. He can't figure anything out. You have to like spell it out to him like he's a child. It blows my mind, and I mean I also can't say how I would have fought that boss fight in the clock tower because I'm behind Phil in Resident Evil 3, so when I got there I kind of knew about the mines, so I mean I spoiled the fight for me, but whatever, but like come on, like and he got to at least admit like yeah I didn't realize about the mines or whatever, but he's so afraid to admit faults or a failure on things. Only until it benefits him in some way. When he can brag about learning in a game or failing, he'll say it, but if it's like on the spot, no. Fuck no. He only does it when it's like, I've grown up, man, when he wants to brag about how much he matured over the years. That's the only time he will admit that he sucks at games is when he gets to brag about it, which is so fucking narcissistic. It's insane. Like I've said this before. I said this before. You know, I used to be very self-deprecating in these videos. I used to be like, "Oh, I'm an idiot," but a lot of times it's like, yeah, it's okay to be self-deprecating, but when you do it too much, it starts to kind of go the other way, and it just kind of comes off kind of shitty because, like, how many times are you gonna sit there and say and shit on yourself, you know? So like, he does these only does self-deprecation when he gets to like be a victim or brag about how he's a better person now than he was back then, which is like really fucking shitty. Uh, so this is just fucking dumb to begin with. But okay. The Kotaku reviewer complained about an introductory boss that was directly explained how to beat by just playing the game. And paying attention, it used multiple systems: normal attacks, special attacks, magic, and the stagger meter. You DSP impression, okay, guys? You did or didn't have to utilize them well, but it was all explained as you played. He's not complaining that it's difficult. He's complaining that he actually has to use his tiny brain instead of just Bud Bash. And if he'd played Final Fantasy 13 at 15, some of these systems were already implemented. So it's obvious this guy had zero background in the recent history of the series. Just the kind of guy you want criticizing the game. Apples to oranges. And if you don't understand that, it's your own stupid fault.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm gonna hurt my nose doing that. But that's such a fucking dumb point. Because not even what the guy was complaining about. Like he's like, oh, he didn't use his tiny brain. You could literally say that about what he said. Like, oh my god, this is so dumb because you could say the same thing to him. Well, DSP, you're just mad because you had to use your tiny brains to beat the fucking Nemesis boss. If you use your brain, you can figure out the context clues of the game. Like it's a needless criticism because you could throw it back at him. Secondly, that's not what he was arguing. What he was criticizing. He was criticizing that the system in the game is so convoluted in what it wants you to do because the game doesn't let you use your abilities, magic or items, if the meter isn't built up. If the meter isn't built up, you can't do anything. And when the oh my god, when the enemy has that barrier, when the boss does that barrier attack, whatever the fuck, you can't really do a lot of damage on him. So how do you build the meter? Yeah, you can build the meter by either evading or dodge or like blocking, whatever the fuck. But it's still like, that's still not a good system. That is like it feels like it's more of a punishment almost for using it. Like again, as I said, I think that they should just let you build the meter for not items, magic and abilities, but the items should be something you can have access to, regardless. But that's what he was complaining about, and DSP said, "Oh no, he's complaining that he had to use his mind to figure it out. He knew how to use the fucking boss. The reason why he's having problems is that the game's telling him to use these systems that the game, locks you out of if you don't have the meter built up for it, which is like the problem. But whatever. I guess that's not an issue. It's a good design. Like I kind of hate when it's like, well, I understand the design, and then people don't you can't criticize it. You can criticize the fucking combat in Final Fantasy VII remake. It's not a, I mean, it's a decent combat system, but it could be way better, man. So then here comes Sassy Gay Lizard coming in. No, you didn't! You sat there and said that you weren't going to continue until someone told you how to defeat that boss. Then someone told you. I was there. Then you banned me after the stream. I was wondering, Phil. I was wondering if, oh my god. I want to give him like a certain voice and I can't get it right. I did it right in this one take. I was wondering, Phil could have gotten another viral tweet if he replied to the Kotaku tweet with his Nemesis boss fight video saying something like, looks like it was another puzzle boss, or something more clever. That makes fun of Kotaku while you also make fun of your mistakes. People like that. By the way, you can use duct tape on the air conditioner. It's more about the attitude. You also make lots of basic mistakes, overcomplicate things. Remember the saying, those who live in glass houses should not throw stones. Oh, KG comes in. The spring fishing tournaments today. In Animal Crossing New Horizons. I only played it for a bit, since I'm more focused on Final Fantasy VII Remake. The journey isn't really hard, though you get some nice collectibles out of it, and any fish you sell gets you more money, so you can really rack up the bells. Also, Lol, Phil. Chapter 2. I'm not going to use a Chocobo summon. It's DLC, so it's going to be OP and I'm not cheating. Chapter 4. This Chocobo summon isn't very good, so I'm replacing it with Ifrit. Okay, I thought Phil was boring. I thought you don't watch the streams anymore. Or the videos. Okay. Oh god, Puggy. Puggy's here. It doesn't though! Phase 2 of the clock tower boss still requires you to knock it off the wall and the clock tower to beat it, even on easy and normal difficulties. The only difference between difficulty settings is how much health enemies have and how much damage they do. When I played it, I figured out right away that I needed to knock it down just by the fact it was running on the walls. And when he goes on top of the clock tower, Jill says, "You're about to take a nasty fall." Which, in my opinion, is enough to figure what you're supposed to do. Also, your clue that you needed the mine rounds at all was the fact that you got them directly before that fight. It seems to me your major complaint was that RE3 tried to be more clever in its hints than just having Jill say, "I gotta knock it off the walls." It was though. For phase 1 of the clock tower boss, you just shoot it. It's not until it hits phase 2 it starts running on the walls. The acid pit boss and the clock tower boss are pretty much the same fight now that I think about it. Just instead of a mine round, you're shooting panels to electrify it, knock it down. Hello? You're talking about the clock tower boss. I'm talking about the final 2 bosses. Try to really comprehend it, stupid. My god. My air conditioner has something to do with your insanely stupid post here? My attitude has nothing to do with what you said either. You got exposed for being a moron. Now just swallow it. Man, he really. I love how DSP gets very sexual with his fucking viewers. Swallow it, take it up the ass, whatever. He really wants his viewers to get sexual with him. It's the sexual frustration that DSP has. I've seen it before when he was with Leanna. A lot of sexual frustration was going on. But man, like I love that my head has nothing to do with it, stupid. Like, like that is like the same argument as I am not mad, you fucking idiot. Like what the fuck is this response? Like, and the tweet was needlessly toxic towards the Kotaku guy. That's not an attitude. He didn't have an attitude towards the Kotaku guy, and sitting there being like, I'm not gonna play until someone tells me that's not having an attitude either. Like, like I really think DSP has some anger management issues that he needs to get through because like this little anger segment he has with his viewers is something. Uh, oh man, sorry, the DSP voice really does it for my voice. Actually, there was once when I barely shot it at all, and it still started running on the walls. It may simply be a timing thing. Not. Oh man. A timing thing? Not sure what actually triggers it, but unloading all of your ammo into it is a complete waste of time, as it doesn't actually have a health bar in the first phase. I should take a break from seltzer water, I feel like. I should drink tap water, dude. Oh god, more Moira's here.
Oh, come on, Phil. There is no need to talk like this. We have a conversation without using such words. Just explain your point of view and let the reader make their own conclusions.
Man, Moira, you're really cool.
Damn! Rio is pretty itself in Final Fantasy VII Remake. He got overhauled quite a bit. He moves so fast. You can barely touch him. Yo, the new boss remix is sick.
Okay. Oh boy, he's here. But I don't even think DSP came back to the forums. I think he yelled at his fans, then it was like about it.
Yeah, the only guy who said he was gonna stop playing because he couldn't figure out the Nemesis Clock Tower boss is gonna call someone else stupid. He was just pointing out how you like to take shots at everyone and call people stupid, but you stop a stream when you can't figure out the most mundane parts of games. Maybe try experimenting a bit in the game instead of having things spoon-fed to you. But yeah, Phil, keep being toxic and calling people that have different opinions stupid. And to top it off, you really didn't have to say anything. You could have just stayed quiet and said you enjoyed the game, but you feel as if you have to dogpile on sites and people that having crappy days. You tried it with Pro Jared, and look where he is now. At least he got his life back together, and he did it all without mentioning DSP or taking a shot back at you when he could have. Look at his Final Fantasy 6 playthrough compared to your second run, and that's all the proof you need. Maybe practice what you preach about being positive and not toxic. It might work out better for you, Phil. Oop! Better be careful, Moria. He'll call you a detractor if you try to give him advice or talk to him like that.
Who liked this? Doesn't tell you who liked it. But man, no, I love how DSP he does this shit to his stream chat, right? He yells at his stream chat and he's like, "Oh, I gotta play it." Then he sits there and he's like, "Let's see if they're gonna respond. Let's see if they have anything to reply because they're not gonna reply because they have nothing to say. They don't know what to say, man. They have no point." And then they don't reply. Like, yeah, see, exactly. They have no point, man. They don't say anything because they have no point. But then when he gets into these little arguments with his forums and he doesn't really respond back, then I guess he doesn't have a point. Well, he gets really shitty. He does that to his chat when he does it to his forums. Just saying. Oh, Zipper is here. This is Zipper, guys. We found him. The guy who ruined fucking Animal Crossing is in DSP's forums. Fucking Zipper. If we're talking about facts, you attacked a journalist on Twitter because they had a hard time with a boss for no reason. Who made you the gatekeeper of who should be reviewing games or not? Some people have issues, some people don't. Just because you have an 11-year legacy, it doesn't make your experience any more valid than anyone else's experience. Grow up, Phil. Honestly, I think that's really it. I don't think he really comes back in here. He kind of just leaves it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. He doesn't come back. He's done. He is done. He's done with this thread. Man, let's go back to Corona check. What? What is this? It's one of these threads. One of these threads. Let's go back to the home. I saw a thread that looked interesting. Let's see. Full should play game. Oh boy. This one. This one that's clearly a fan made it, not a troll at all. This is a hardcore fan, man.
even after people have told him they don't like it. It's just, is it just rude and disgusting? He's shown that he can control it, like in that call where he was polite. Why doesn't he afford his audience the same respect, considering they're being generous and supporting his lifestyle? Okay, you fucking idiot. That was a good day for his body. His body just magically was fine when he was on that call. He couldn't control that, okay? When he's on stream every day, his body goes crazy, okay? Nothing he can do. And the thing is that, like, if you really go, like, this is why I have an issue with DSP and this whole thing is because, uh, if someone just references one instance, he'll just tell you, well, that day, my body was fine. I tell you guys, my body is random, you know? Some days are better than others. But the thing that just melts my mind when he says that is that he streams two times a day, 6 days a week. You're really fucking telling me that your body is fine on your day off? Then with that logic, because he does it every fucking day perfectly. But the days that he's either in an interview with Quarterman or a call with Nancy, he doesn't snort, burp at all into the phone or into the call. But he but those days are just happen to be the only 2 days that his body is fine. But every year, every day of the week that he streams and all that kind of stuff, he still does it. That I'm floored that he doesn't realize how dumb he sounds just by thinking that. And it's the same like mentality he has with his variety streams. That like, well, my streams are variety. I do things differently. But when you look at his schedule at a weekly, it's the same shit every week, the same day. So it's not really variety. Like, you see how dumb that is? And so it's the same fucking logic of like, well, it's random when it happens. It just so happens every day I stream it. My body just goes crazy, man. It just happens. Like, okay. I really just don't think he gives a shit about what he streams. He still has. I still think he has that mentality that people had, back in the day, where it's like, well, I'm doing an internet video and I just get money from it. Fuck it, it's easy money. Like I just don't think he respects the job he has, even though he claims he does. I don't think he does. You know what I mean? I don't mind human noises, but throat clearing is bad for, well, the throat. Stop doing that, Phil. The throat clear. I don't know because he's like older than me, so I don't know. Maybe the age is a factor because I've noticed like, my voice can get rough sometimes, but I don't really feel the need to clear my throat. I do that when I wake up early in the morning, and this is the thing I'm saying. He needs to really eat breakfast and then brush his teeth and then go to stream because when I wake up in the morning and I'm making breakfast, I'm like kind of like whatever, and I'm just like getting ready for the day, and there are days where I'm just like, and that's because I got out of bed, and I mean I took a shower and shit like a normal person, but like it's early in the morning. You really have to get like food. You gotta get hydrated. You gotta get all that stuff a normal human needs. But DSP, I feel this is what he does every day. He gets out of bed and he just goes to the office and gets ready to stream. That's why he's in his jammies. I think he just gets out of bed and just walks into the office. He might get something to eat in the kitchen, whatever the fuck, but it's nothing substantial. And then I don't think he brushes his teeth either. So I think he just kind of goes in there just like as a slob. That's why you have like such weird hairstyles when you see him like with bedhead. Like he claims it's headphone hair, but it's fucking bedhead. It's easy to tell because you sleep and your hair conforms to the pillow. It gets all like greasy as fuck. It's disgusting when you wake up in the morning and your hair and you see your hair. It's like fucked up. Uh, and it's so easy to tell that he just gets out of bed, and he hides behind the headphone hair
No, I think it's because of the fucking greasiness you get when you get out of bed. It's so easy to tell. It's so dumb that basic hygiene, everyone. It's very jarring and gross to listen to, especially the snorts during that public call thing he did. He didn't do it once. Go figure. Man, Floyd's onto something. But man, I don't know how hard it is to pick up because like it must be like once you notice it, you can't unnotice it. Every time he drinks his fucking water, I swear, like you know, it's having complained about the lip smacks he has now, which whatever, it's annoying. I think it's more annoying when he eats food. I don't know why my nose is so itchy today. Oh god damn it! But uh yeah, I think his lip smacking is more annoying when he's like eating something, like when he has like a lozenge in his mouth. That is way worse. Like at least with the lip smacks he does now, it's like one time and it's done. When he puts a fucking lozenge, it's just him sucking a dick at that point. This is and it's like you could just take those sound effects and just put them into a hentai and you'll never notice it's DSP fucking smacking a fucking lozenge around. So whatever. I think the lozenge is the worst of it, but the worst is just when he drinks the fucking water. I don't know what the fuck. How no one doesn't hear. It's so fucking disgusting. Hate it. I hate it so much. Bad manners. Wasn't spanked enough as a child. Ooh, ooh, that's rough. But that's gonna get that might get leaned in or just ignored because this forum. Oof. Is surround sound really that important? Oh boy. During the Resident Evil 3 playthrough, notable on his birthday, Phil didn't want to put on his cowboy hat because of how it'd be difficult to wear his headphones and how that would also interfere with surround sound. He also mentioned, oh, excuse me, a quite a few times during a few other games, but I'm not gonna list them all here as I'm lazy. Is that really that important? I play console games through my TV, no soundbar, just the typical stereo setup. When I play a PC game, I use a headset, just a cheap one, nothing too fancy. I tend to lean towards comfort that I do bragging rights. Generally, for watching streams or general video watching, I use the speakers that are built in. Again, they're standard in stereo and don't have any extra bells or whistles. Does anyone actually care about surround sound? Or is this just a gimmick that boomers tend to harp on about? I remember back in the 90s, early 2000s, that people would lose their mind for surround sound setups. But the layman wouldn't actually use the proper stereo system. I know because I know people who actually produce music and who are grade A audiophiles. DSP claims to be an audiophile, so and the setups they have for this are not only expensive, but are cumbersome and generally difficult to calibrate and set up correctly. So again, is surround sound really that important? I have never felt immersed because of the game's audio. I only really care if the game actually sounds good, doesn't clip, or doesn't feature any real noticeable stock sound effects that have been reused multiple times in numerous other games, cartoons, or movies. Uh, I know the go-to excuse he's gonna have with this guy. If I don't have my surround sound, my gameplay is gonna suck. Because I gotta hear people coming from behind. If I don't have that, I'll get killed behind all the time. You don't understand how surround sound is so helpful in gameplay. Because he said that before multiple times, which is really dumb because a lot of games give you the ability to see what's coming behind you. You have a mini map that puts the items on the radar. You can turn around. if you know that you're in a space, that a 3D space, it stands to reason people can be behind you. So, I mean, it's a weak excuse at best, but he's gonna use that excuse to keep his little surround sound. The pig needs the surround sound like as much as the bun needs to spin. So, you know what I mean? And then with a hat, he's gonna say, "Well, what if I need to hear dialogue? I need to know the dialogue." No, I don't want to. Oh boy, that'll give him more time. That'll give him time for more positive interaction with chat and to have fun with the game and understand the mechanics. Seeing as an easy mode, they always. Oh my god, I'm not even gonna finish reading this. This is a dumb statement because DSP is gonna just say he doesn't want a piss easy game. He wants some challenge and this and that. And normal is pretty good. It's a pretty balanced setup. And yeah, I think if he really wants to get through games and all that kind of stuff, then yeah, he should just play on easy just to get through them. If that's the goal. But if he wants to have fun with games, play on normal and then replay him. But not never gonna do that. So it is what it is. I think that's really it. Genies does what? What? You all noticed that Genesis is misspelled genies? Might want to fix that or delete it. He should just delete the schedule. All of this is outdated. All of this is outdated. Last of Us 2 got delayed. He has really showed no interest in Predator Hunting Grounds. Trials of Mana, it sounds like he forgot about that game. So I mean, he should have stopped doing this altogether because it's not going to update it frequently, honestly. But whatever. He's just very lazy about it. You know what I mean? Oh my god, we got this. We got this thread. Nobody talking to me. What the fuck is going on? I've never seen these. I was in this thread last night. I didn't see these at all. Resident Evil 3 Remake Hardcore versus Standard? I don't want to read that. This is DSP soon? Oh, it's a joke. Oh boy. Good one. 400 tip goal. Doing push-ups for a tips goal isn't a clownish stunt. To do many people are... Oh my god. This is... Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry. Calling a push up a clownish stunt is fucking stupid when he has a fucking $100 vest goal and a $200 glasses goal. Ugh. Oh, disgusting. Disgusting content. It is sort of clownish, but so is... I would not say push-ups is a clownish goal because because it's literally you want to do a workout and you want to like kind of get paid as well on top of it. But a lot of people do more about workouts than 400 tips gold. Usually people do like, okay guys, if you tip me $2, I'll do push-ups, but if you tip me $10, I'll double it. Or whatever. They add modifiers to the tips like, oh, I'll do a tips goal if you follow, but if you cheer or tip this amount, I'll double it. Whatever, Usually people add incentives to keep tipping so he could do more, and it's also more like financially fair for them, etc. And you can disagree with that practice all you want. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's a great practice. It is what it is. You do whatever, but that's how some people get around it. I mean, it is what it is. Some people for me, I have this little viewers canvas. If you take me like $2 right now, I'm having it be $1 because I think it's a little bit more. I'm gonna make it a little bit more fair for now. It's gonna be $1 to get interest in and all that kind of stuff. You give me $1, you get a character on this canvas. I'll draw it. That way, you tip me $1 to support the stream, and you support me, and I put my craft to use. So it's synergy, dude, and I get to keep honing my drawings. As I still do drawings. I have another sketchbook here somewhere I draw. I draw in time to time, so don't worry. It's not like this is my only exercise in that. Uh, so yeah, I think that's it. I was gonna go through some pre-streams. I think I'm gonna do that another day. Thank you for watching this video. I'm sorry I could not stream it. I wish I could. Because the streams are just fun to do. I like hanging out with you guys on the streams. It's always been a fun time doing it, but what can you do? It might be an OBS issue. Maybe I need to download a new version of OBS. It's just I don't know if OBS made a good version of OBS for my Mac. I've been using a test build for my Mac of OBS for like a while now, waiting for them to do an official update. Maybe they have. I'll have to check it out. I'll try that. I'll try downloading a new. I'll try re-downloading OBS and using that. Um, excuse me. But thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay safe, stay healthy. Do what you need. Do what you need to. I hope to see you guys in future videos. I'll try to make another video as well. I want to do an art cast again. I was gonna stream it to be a little bit different, but I think that's out. I think I'm just gonna record it, and it'll be a different kind of recording of it, you know. But look forward to that, I suppose. Hope you like this video. Hope you like the stuff I have coming up for you guys. I do plan on streaming gameplay again at some point. I don't know if I'll stream Persona 5 Royal. I like streaming Persona 5 Royal. I'm going through a palace right now. I'm like in between palaces right now because I just beat Madarame, so I don't really think that's like the fun part to stream of just me just kind of doing social links. I might stream some stuff just to hang out, I guess, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But thank you for watching. I'm sorry I could not stream it, and I'm sorry for these weird streams that had weird breaks in them. But hopefully the problem gets resolved, and I hope you guys have a good week. You know, stay safe and hope for the best. I'll see you guys when I see you. See you next time.